This me abiding him 7. I haven't been on here in a while, and I just wanted to come on and check in and just kind of explain my absence. Not that anybody's like wondering, like, where is she? Where is she? I don't know. Maybe some of y'all are wondering where I am, but I'm hanging in there. I'm hanging in there. Um, a few months ago, I came on and I was telling y'all about my allergies. I was going through this situation where I was just like itching and itching and itching, just like it would just happen mostly at night, and I would just be miserable. And then it started moving into the daytime where I was just constantly itching. It was horrible. And I made an appointment. And right around that time, I was switching my doctor anyway. I was in the process of getting a new doctor, and my sister-in-law recommended her family physician that she goes to, and she said that, she's really good, she'll get to the bottom of this and that, you'll like her. So I went to her for the initial appointment, told her what was going on with the itching, and she said that she needed to test my either send me to a allergist or to take blood. And taking blood was the most accurate, to see what was causing me to have this type of reaction. So when she took my blood, the only thing that came back was I had a high reaction. It showed that I had a high reaction to dust mites. And I'm like, this just does not make sense. Because, I mean, like, dust mites are everywhere. They're everywhere. So she prescribed Zyrtec, and there was another prescription that she prescribed too. I can't think of the name of it, but it was only if the Zyrtec didn't give me relief, I could take that, and it had more of a sedative with something like Zyrtec to, I guess, calm me so that I could feel the effects of the antihistamine. And so I think I've only taken that one time, but the Zyrtec initially, they're 10 milligrams. Wait a minute. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. She prescribed Zyrtec, the one I can't think of the name of that I was just telling you with the relaxant in it, and another one which was Zyzal. And I think Zyzal and Zyrtec, I think both of those you can get over the counter, but if you get them as a prescription, I guess depending on your insurance, it's cheaper to get them as a prescription. So anyway, 10 milligrams of Zyrtec. The directions were to take it every day. I have not taken it every day because I didn't want to be a slave to it and take it every single day. And my thought process was I didn't want to build up a tolerance to it and then have to move up to more powerful drugs to stop the symptoms from occurring. So, initially the Zyrtec, they were working. I could take one and I could get days of relief. I mean, sometimes up to 3, maybe 4 days of relief from just one 10 milligram tablet. Now it has changed as the months have gone by. I can get relief now. If I take one 10 milligram, I might get 2 full days of relief, maybe 2.5 before it starts again. The itching starts again. So I have been known though to take half of it, to take half of a Zyrtec and be able to get through a day and a half before, and maybe I could stretch to 2 days before I would have to take another one. So that's kind of like what I've been dealing with. And what made me want to come on here and do a video about it was I am constantly, like, in my spare time, the spare time that I'm able and alert enough to kind of look for what's going on with me, because the paperwork actually said idiopathic urticaria. I think that's what she told me was like idiopathic urticaria. Pretty much, they don't really know what caused. I mean, even though it's saying dust mites, obviously dust mites are everywhere, and they've always been everywhere. And I've always lived in the same residence. I mean, I've lived in the same residence close to 20 years. So it's just kind of an unknown there. But what made me want to come on and do this video was I was up and I was searching urticaria cures, healing from urticaria. And I ran across this video of a young lady. Her name was Tammy. I'm sorry, I don't know her YouTube, the name of her YouTube channel, but I know her name is Tammy, and it's in the name of her YouTube channel. And I watched her video from beginning to end, and I just like teared up. I teared up while I was watching it because I could relate to what she was saying. But at the same time, I thought, my God, how did this girl do this? Because she went on to say she's in her 20s, but she has dealt with urticaria for over 20 years. Hers was way, 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 way worse than what I've experienced. I mean, hers is to the point where she takes prednisone. Is it prednisone? She takes steroids to help deal with hers, plus the antihistamines, and she still battles with it like every single day. And I just listened to her story and I just teared up because some of the same things she said, I felt the same way. It is kind of depressing to go through this because you're wondering, like, when is it ever going to stop? When am I going to find something to make this finally go away and leave me alone? She even said, am I lazy? And I was like, oh my God, I was thinking the same thing. Am I lazy? You know, like, what's going on? Because of the lack of energy, it can cause you to have a lack of interest in life. Exercise, that just pretty much goes out of the window when you are so lethargic and groggy and tired and sleepy. Because what happens to me when I take the antihistamines is it has a sedative effect on me. I am in a cloud. I am tired. If I have to take it at work and I make it through the day, by the time I pick my daughter up from summer camp and I get home, the best I can do is feed us, and I'm going to sleep. And I'm on the bed and I'm dozing. I'm trying to stay awake and watch her. It's just not a good thing. So it's not always like that, because today is a good day. Actually, I had to take one yesterday. I had to take it at lunch at work because I started going into the hives. It started on my face. It'll be random. It'll be on my neck, my face sometimes, my arms, my legs, my crotch. I mean, everywhere. I mean, it can show up anywhere. And it's embarrassing when it happens. You never know what's gonna set it off. Last week and this week, we had training at work, and it was very stressful. That's another thing. I work in a very stressful work environment. I mean, it's a stressful job, and going through what I'm going through has caused me to really do some introspection and see if there's some changes that I need to make in my life that may be contributing to me going through what I'm going through right now. But I hope I'm not skipping all over the place. I'm good for that. And I'm sorry if I am. But one of the points that Tammy was making in her video that really stood out to me was she said that she remembered the very first time she got hives. She got hives when she was 5 years old. And she said she and her parents were driving home from somewhere, and there had been some type of violent incident at a store or something, and there was a dead body laying there, and she actually saw it. And she had never seen a dead body before. She said I think she even said she had never been to a funeral, but it was very traumatic to her. And she said she remembers that night when she got home having her first big hive to appear on her face. And she said that she does link it. She does feel like it has some type of a link. This urticaria has some type of link to a traumatizing event, and that, you know, other people have said the same thing. So it kind of caused me to stop and pause and think of like, okay, what happened to me when this started occurring with me? This started occurring with me December of 2018. And I had to go get help in January. I think it was the beginning of January. Because it kind of, I had insomnia, and then the itching started, and then the hives started. But I thought back to around that time, and I thought about my cousin because all of 2018, I found out in 2018, February of 2018, my first cousin, she broke the news to me that she had stage 4 cancer, and it started off as breast, but it had spread to her bones. It spread to several different places. And when she told me about it, she's a little younger than I am. She told me about it, and I was trying to help her in every way that I knew how. We talked on the phone a lot. I was at her house a lot. I try to cook, you know, just anything you could do. You know, when your family is sick and they need you, you try to help. And so, unfortunately, she lost her battle with cancer in December of 2018. And that's what I was thinking, like, okay, that was very, it was just like really, really hard to take. I do remember the night that she went into the intensive care unit, her mother called me. She kept calling me, and she was saying that my cousin was asking for me. She's asking for you. She's asking you to hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. And I was driving to the hospital like as fast as I could, as fast as I could. And when I got to the parking deck and I parked my car and I was running through the corridors trying to find intensive care, that's not a hospital I'm real familiar with. I know that hospital because my father passed away in that hospital, but hospitals change over time. And I was just trying to find my way to her. And I just remember when I did get to her, everyone was standing in the corridor, and I could hear them in there intubating her. And it was horrible because I never really had a chance to, you know, let her know I'm there, I'm here with you. I'm sure she knew I was there after she got intubated and she got sedated, because her heart rate and everything like that would change with voices in the room or when we would touch her. But still, it was really hard to go through. So I do feel like that significantly impacted it did something to me, and maybe that's what brought it on. But I said all that to say that I haven't been really interested in making videos and enthusiastic about making videos because of this situation I'm going through. Having to deal with this urticaria and having to take the medication, and you feel like you're losing hours of your day when you sleep. Like I said, today was a good day because I took the medicine yesterday, so I'm still a little tired, but I'm able to move around and do stuff this evening. It's still kind of early. It's about 7 o'clock in the evening. So I'm able to do stuff. But I mean, it is not unusual if I take one of those pills for my husband to come home and just to see us it's bad. It was bad. I mean, because I couldn't clean up. I couldn't wash clothes. I couldn't see anything through. I mean, that's just the effect. I guess I have a very sensitive system because I have never had to be on medication for any. I think I was on blood pressure medication several years ago, and that was when my brother passed, and I didn't realize I was internalizing so much stuff. And I went to the doctor. First I lost a ton of weight real fast, couldn't eat. And then when I started back eating, I was eating way too much food. So I remember I went to the doctor to try to get some type of help to lose weight. That was the first time that I got on the I can't even think of the name of that medication right now, but that's when I found out I had high blood pressure. I took lisinopril, I think that's how you say it. It made me so sick. I lost the weight just because the medicine made me real sick. Oh, and by the way, the last time I saw my doctor, she was concerned about my blood pressure because she said it was higher than what she wanted to see it. I think it was like in the 140s over 90s, and now they want you to be beneath 130 for your top number and beneath 80 for your bottom number, systolic and diastolic. Anyway, she prescribed me some pills. And I must have been in one of my moods the day that she saw me that I was just like, whatever. Because I know she had approached me about it before, and I was like, no, I don't want to have to take medication. But on this particular day that I saw her, I was just like, okay, fine. And I cannot think of the name of that medicine she gave me. It's in my room right now. But anyway, I remember taking one pill. This has been over a month ago. I took one blood pressure pill, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and by 2 o'clock in the morning, maybe it was like 2 a.m., I woke up to my stomach just bubbling and gurgling, and I went in the bathroom. I'm sick. Like, y'all know, that is the worst feeling to me, is to have to throw up and at the same time you're on the commode. Ooh, I was going through that. And then when that seemed to pass, I got dizzy, and I was like, heard roaring in my ears, like it was somebody had put 2 seashells up to my ears. It was so scary. So I stumbled in there to where my husband was, because I was like, hey, this is happening to me, because I wanted somebody to know what was going on. I didn't want him to find me the next day, because I thought, oh, for sure I'm gonna pass out. Excuse me. So while I was sitting there explaining what was going on with me, I was throwing, it was just horrible. And my husband was like, oh my God, what's going, and he was trying to help me get it together. It was just bad. So I never took another pill. So I have to explain myself to her when I see her again. Because I know a lot of people in my family, well, my mother, not a lot of people, my husband and my mother, was like, you need to call her and she'll probably tell you to have it or whatever. I was like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm going to get my blood pressure down, because I'm not going to, I'm going to do whatever it takes. But see how I'm all over the place, and I'm sorry. But I just want to come on here and say hello and just let you know where I've been. And, just tell y'all what's been going on with me. Oh, and there is light at the end of the tunnel. And I don't know how many minutes I'm in there. I don't want to go too long, but I was reading about the water cure. And I have read about the water cure. It's been a while back, but it came to my mind recently. I was like, okay, that's the one thing I did drop the ball on too, because I had been drinking a lot of water lately. And so I listened to that Dr. Batman Jalij. I know I'm saying his name wrong. And I was like, let me try water. And so I've been drinking, trying to get in. I don't get in 100 ounces a day, but I try to get in at least 60 to 80 ounces of water a day. And honestly, I can say that I think it helped me feel a lot better, because the sensation that I would usually get, like in the palm of my hands and my feet, is like a burning sensation when that urticaria was about to come on the highs or about to come on me. I would get this burning sensation. But I noticed when I was drinking the water, drinking a lot of water, it decreased. And another thing I found interesting when I was reading the comments to Tammy's on her video was, somebody said that low vitamin D levels in your body can cause things like that to happen. And I know my vitamin D level was low. The last time I got a blood test, it was like 14 or 15. It was super low. Because I think the lowest is like 30, and mine was that low. So I have been making a conscious effort to take my vitamin D3 K2 every day. But I think when I run out of this bottle, I'm going to order some more. I did see where somebody was saying that the K2, D3, and MCT oil, that they sell it as an oil where you can take like 1 drop a day, and then it will bring your vitamin D levels up a lot faster. So I think I'm going to order that when I run out of the pills that I'm taking now. I've also started taking vitamin B12, the lozenges, you know, to try to help me with energy, since I felt like I was losing so many hours of my day. But anyway, I know I have rambled on enough. And oh yeah, I gotta come update y'all about my hair, because y'all, I have cut my hair. I've been clipping and cutting because yes, I'm going back natural. I know y'all saying that girl is crazy, but I did it. I did the relax thing. I did not like the way my hair was changing. I did not like the way my hair felt. I just, Last relaxer I got in my hair was February of this year. So I've been clipping it. I've been clipping it off, and I've been trying to do stuff with it. And so I got a lot of new growth now. And so I'm trying to wear it kind of like curly-ish, like I'll wash it. And of course it's easy to comb through the parts that's relaxed, but it's super hard because I got this line of demarcation with all this new growth. And anyway, I think I'm gonna stay natural now, y'all, because I learned my lesson. The grass is really not green on the other side. But I just want to say hey to y'all, and I miss y'all, and I will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.